here yesterday. I hope you had a good long weekend. If you got to go away, terrific. If you just hung around and watched the sports, that's fine too. Um, uh, Golf was really fun Sunday. We talked about that. The NASCAR race was kind of fun. Didn't do so well in that, but whatever. It was fun to have Brandon on there and getting a break from the NBA, which is always much appreciated. So. So today is really just two things going on. Well, there are three things. There's the residual of the tennis slate that which we already started that. We're kind of sweating that till the end tonight. Hopefully it ends tonight. And then there's also League of Legends, which is overnight, which we'll talk about that. But the real feature sport tonight is the NHL. With no NBA, the NHL really DraftKings really ramped up the tournaments for tonight. There's a 444 that pays 150,000 for first, which is pretty crazy. Then you have 50K guaranteed for the MME lottery. Then you have some single maxes and three maxes. Hockey is really kind of on display. I do hope that it stays that way once the NBA comes back, and even when baseball starts as well. Because I really do enjoy hockey and I like playing for the bigger prizes. And yeah, so I actually made a couple of changes to the sheets. And for those of you that noticed, it was a little wonky earlier. The teams were not populating, nor were the positions, but I think I got that worked out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the games, and we're going to go through the games with the sheets as well. Let's just get a sample lineup up here, and well, we're gonna look at the sheets, but there's 1, 2, 3 games. Well, let's just say 1, 2, maybe 4. No, 3 main teams that people are going to fight over as far as tonight goes. And that's going to be, and we'll look at the sheets for a minute, but that's going to be Tampa, Nashville, and Edmonton. Like those are the 3 main squads. And there's a good story behind all of them. So Tampa is at home against Anaheim, and Anaheim is coming off of they're on the second end of a back-to-back, traveling to Tampa, and not only that, but they're playing a backup goalie. So Tampa is coming out with some pretty lofty projections, and probably going to get some lofty ownership as well. And if you didn't like that, Nashville is home against Vancouver, and Vancouver is I believe starting not only a goalie but I think an AHL goalie. Or maybe that's not him. Oh, I thought they were going to have the AHL goalie come in, but it doesn't look that way. It looks as though Dealey is going to come in. Okay, so the projection on Nashville probably is not going to be quite as good, but there were definitely going to be a chalky team, at least earlier today. Maybe they still are. And then Edmonton, as always, is they're always going to take some ownership. So I imagine those are the 3 teams that are going to look good. But let's just kind of take a look and see. So this is the NHL sheets, and one of the things that I'm working on, well, not working on it, that's kind of a lie. I'm working on it. It's like one of these projects that I'm just looking for an hour to put in to do. It probably will take me more than an hour, but I want to do in hockey what I do for League of Legends and baseball and football, make like a stack page where we can rate these teams by stacks. And I just didn't realize how much I was going to be doing with hockey this year, so I didn't set that up beforehand. And then next thing you know, the season's going, and to my other businesses or whatever, I just don't have time. But I think I'm going to do that, is create a stack thing for hockey. Now, when you look at the projections, this is pretty much what I was expecting, right? Like you just see right at the top of the list, you have a $3,100 Nashville guy at the top of the value ratings, and then you have Niederreiter, Duchesne, Josie. I mean, all of these guys from Nashville that are looking really, really good. So they're going to rate to be a really good stack. And then you have, as usual, Edmonton with McDavid and Draisaitl is kind of leading the charge up there. Thanks, Clay. Why is it that I just keep forgetting to do this? Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. So this was the sheets. And so, again, you see Nashville, like all these Nashville guys near the top. Then you see, obviously, McDavid and Draisaitl. They're always strong, and then I'm not seeing, and in Tampa, but Tampa's a little further down the list, I think, a little further down than I had thought. So that's one thing to note is that Tampa, even though, I mean, they're rated, have like quite a bit of ownership, they don't rate to be that great. So what we're going to try to do is well, we're going to build. We'll build by hand, and we'll also talk a little more about the games, and we'll do a Sabreson build. But thematically, what I'm looking for is that fourth team. I'm looking for that team that's not Nashville, that's not Edmonton, and that's not Nashville, not Edmonton, not Tampa. If you can find something like that, then you're kind of you're being different. And I think I know what I want to do. I think that the fourth team, and again, you don't have to play this way, is probably going to be, it's either going to be Vancouver from that same Nashville game or Vegas. That includes Eichel and Marchessault and whatever else goes along with it. Okay. Those are both going to be pretty low owned stacks. So I think that in my big one, I think I'm probably going to try at least, maybe I won't full stack, maybe I won't do like a 5-man of those teams, but I might end up at least doing a 4 of them, and maybe just using Tampa, Nashville, or Edmonton is kind of like my 3. The other one, and I'm staring at this, is Carolina. I mean, I do see Svechnikov and Aho both here in, near the top of the list here, and they're not going to be as highly owned as some of these other squads either. And the other one, I guess Toronto is sort of always in play, right? So Matthews, Riley, and then you probably want to play Tavares and turn a power play line there. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if you're playing 3 max, 20 max, or anything low like that, that the chalky teams you could choose from, Nashville, Tampa, and Edmonton, totally makes sense. And then the pivots are going to be like Carolina, Vegas, and Vancouver. I think those are that's the deal. One thing you'll notice is Granlund. It's 3,100, rates to be a very, very strong value play. He could serve as a one-off. Then you have Niederreiter as well, 3,700. He could be a good one-off. So that's kind of where I'm at. I was actually kind of hoping that the Vancouver would put out the AHL goalie, because if that were the case, then I would probably even be more inclined to fade the Nashvilles. Okay, because I mean, when you put the rookie goalie in or whatever it is, one thing I promise you is that you're getting 100% effort from him, and you're getting 100% effort from the defense and from the team to try to rally around it. Okay. And not to mention how variant these goalies can be, that if you were going to get like an incredible amount of ownership from Nashville because it's an AHL goalie, I'd be probably inclined to fade it than to play them. So again, just to review, and then we'll start building. The chalkier plays would be Edmonton, Nashville, and Tampa. And the pivots would be Vegas and Carolina and Vancouver. Now let's pull up SaberSim and see what we can build with this. And then again, we're going to try to tweak a little bit. We'll try to, take out the guys from the fourth line and things like that. We've been talking about that the last couple of days, so we're going to keep doing that. So we're going to upload the sheets from here. And this is what's so cool about hockey is that you can use the same projections as someone else and use the same optimizer and get like 400 different lineup builds. Okay, so let's play. I mean, we're not going to play this many, but let's put 50 lineups in just to see what we get. We're going to use the same. We'll use the 20 max sliders. Okay, be a little more conservative. And then we will not allow skaters. Don't do anything different, and let's just go. Now, the first thing we're always going to probably have to do. Well, we're not going to have to, but I'm going to anyway. Is to fiddle around with the stack types, because SaberSim does not like the pure stacks. They like the 4-2s and the 3-2s and whatever, and I'm not interested. So let's see. So first of all, not surprisingly, you see the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 owned players are coming from the Nashville side. Okay. Let's take a look at the stack types. So, all right. So what we're getting here is like a bunch of annoying stacks, right? So in a huge slate like this, I mean, I can't play a 3-2. Okay. You just rely on yourself you just think of it like baseball, like playing 1 3-man stack in baseball, and then just relying on all the rest being solo home runs. Okay. And getting those right. It's just not going to be good enough for me. Okay. So I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of this stuff. I'll be playing mostly. I want full correlation. I want either 5 2s, 4 3s. You can play 6s if you want. Okay. Or like 3 or like 3-3-2 or something like that, or 3-2-2. That 3-3-2. But I don't even have any of those. So 3-2-2. Sorry about that. So that's one thing. Second of all, let's see how many of these fourth line guys we're getting in. Yeah, way too many for my blood. Okay. So here's going to be the tweaks. We're going to get rid of the. I don't want to get rid of this 4-2 because it's coming from one of those pivot teams. But for the most part, we're going to just get rid of we're just going to get rid of the 4 zeros. That means guys that project to be on the 4th even strength line and no power play line. Or even 4-2. 4-2. We don't need the 4th line and 2nd power play line out of Detroit. Probably borderline the Devils guy. So we'll leave him in there if we get to that. We're not going to use the Tampa guy. And I think that's it, right? All right, that's good. Well, we got to apply. Sorry, I couldn't apply this. So now all we have in the 4-0s or the 4s are Stastny, and he's from Carolina, so that's okay. Velarde, who is also a 4-1, so that's fine. So let's get rid of this guy. We can get rid of this 3-0 from Detroit. We don't need that. 3-0 from Nashville, we're going to have to keep. 3-2 from Vegas, we're going to have to keep. 3-2 from Anaheim, we probably don't need. 3-2 from Buffalo, we probably don't need. 3-0 from Vegas, I think we have to keep. 3-2 from Chicago, we probably don't need. and I think then we're in business. We'll just double check, make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, so that's fine. So now we're going to go back to team stacks, not team stacks, stack types. And now we're just gonna have to get rid of these. We just kind of have to get rid of the 3-2s, for example. 3-2, bye-bye. We're gonna talk about the 5-0s in a minute, but 4-2s, I don't know why they still love to give me these 4-2s, but got rid of the 4-0s. Got rid of the 3-3s. Let me get rid of the 2-2s. Get rid of the 2-2-2-2s. Keep doing this till we get the full correlation that we want. 3-0, we don't want that. Now, I've seen this before, and what's going to end up happening is probably 3-2-2 is no good. We need 3-3-2, if anything. We might have money left on the table here. So what do you do with all these 5-0s? You know, it's just so hard to get those solo home run guys right. I mean, we could put a max. How about a max of 20% of those? That's something we could do. So we won't X them out, but we'll do a max way. So that's already not liking me here. So it's already not liking me. 0-0. So let's resend the exposures, and we will rebuild. And hopefully, and then we're going to have to, just because the way we ordered these things, we're going to have to go back and double check those 4-0s again. And this is more for MME. I mean, for the big stuff, I'm going to probably going to just hand build them, but I just kind of just pick my favorite, honestly. I don't even want any of the one. I mean, I don't want any of that in hockey. I don't need that. Let's see what we got. Okay. So now let's see what we have now. So now we have a good stack type. That looks good. Except we have a couple 4-2-2s fine. I won't fight the 4-2-2s. Jesus. But then again, the 5-2s is 25% of the 5-0s. Okay. You really want me to have these. Couple of game stacks. Interesting. All right. So team stacks. What are we getting? Nashville, Tampa, Vegas, Detroit. Oh, my. How about them apples? I'm kind of inclined to just... Oh, there's a 4-0. So he snuck in there, didn't it? Okay, no problem. We'll get it. Take care of him. He snuck a 4-0 in there when I wasn't looking. Oh, a 4-2 they gave me with Tampa. Oh, that's what it was? No, because they gave me a capital 1-2. Hold on. Look at the Hathaway. Snuck in a Hathaway like when I wasn't looking. Okay, very good. We can just keep bending them. No, we gotta keep it. We gotta keep doing this. And we'll start all over again. I mean, I've heard that you're not supposed to play those guys as one-offs, by the way. I mean, I don't know much about it, but that's what I've heard from people that seem to know about hockey and hockey DFS. You're just not supposed to play big, expensive one-offs like that. But what do I know? I'd much rather find like a good cheapo like that. Like if I can get a one-off from that Nashville guy. All right. So as I was saying, let's see what we get. First, let's look at stack types first. This looks a little more reasonable. And team stacks. They're still giving me all this Nashville. Yeah, they do back-to-backs. Vegas next, then Carolina. St. Louis, that's low owned. Okay, how about that? Kings. Do I change my uniques? No, that I don't ever do that. Anaheim, Detroit, Minnesota. Only 10% Tampa, so I'll be under the field on Tampa at my MME. That's fine. What I should probably do, I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Most of the 5-man is going to be coming from Nashville. Ooh, the Kings. Okay. Getting some Kings. And I promise you, like, this is what's awesome about this is that you can use, everybody here can use the same projections I did. You'll never get this build because of all the little tweaks I did. Why am I only getting 38 lineups, though? That's another question. I need 50 lineups. Why can't I get 50 lineups? Well, that's another question, isn't it?
How do they like it?
I don't know what. You know, and Sabreton's been bothering me today, by the way. I had an issue with the LOL builds. I spent like a half an hour, 45 minutes with Matt and Max, helping them tweak the the LOL lineup algorithm.
Oh, great. That should be interesting. What they both think they don't want to go to school together.
So I don't know why I can't get 50 lineups together. It's really struggling.
Oh, you like it yet?
Not that I'm going to even play them, but it's like annoying. Oh, there, I got them all. Okay. Jesus.
Oh, they walked in.
So now let's take a look and see what this looks like again. Stack types. Fine, fair enough. Game stacks, fine. Team stacks, Nashville, Tampa, Vegas, Anaheim. I like that. How about the 15% Detroit just for funsies? You like that? Okay. All right. And that's we're gonna hold on a minute. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna hand build the big ones just for fun.
Yeah, get it for your birthday.
Hang on a second, guys.
Why?
And it's only 45. Wait a minute. Where's the 50th lineup? Oh, okay.
Oh my God, yes.
I don't know what's going on here. Why can't I build more than this? Something seems off.
Yeah, that's very sweet of her. I have to tell you.
Well, we'll fix that a little bit later. Well, actually, we're gonna have to fix this now. Hold on a minute. What's going on here?
I'm so excited for you.
I have to build like 1,000 lineups to get what I want. Is that I really mess with the settings so much? I guess they really want me to get all these 4 zeros.
Oh, perfect. So meanwhile, you read Grandma's
I don't know. I kind of like it.
She's like, I made my whole entire day.
And then we'll hand build.
It doesn't take much, right?
And I'll take some questions, and then I'll show you what we did with the LOL.
I was so jealous. I want to be there. I miss you a lot. You're very cute. So Evan said it's just a sedacious cyst on your head.
So why can I not find 50? There's the 50 lineups. Good grief. Okay, so we have stack types, good, game stacks, team stacks. So this is more Nashville, a little more Devils this time, more Edmonton this time. Okay, I get it. And then it still wants me to get this Detroit business, so we are going to oblige. We are going to oblige with the Detroit business. That's going to be fun. To win 50,000 with freaking Detroit.
They can drain it though. They can put something in it and just drain past it.
Okay. We have to think about who we want to put as our
Everybody's getting to meet her.
our
So cute.
our big buy-ins. So we got to think about this. I gotta put all this in first, and then I'll change it. How many more lines do I have to put in? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four. And then one more second. Sorry, guys. I promise you I will build the big one in person. That's how I won the golf, right? And we'll do the golf thing probably tomorrow, the same type of thing.
Oh, but that's nice. They were at least trying though, you know?
Okay, so let's pull up. I'll bring it over here.
Jason might have.
Okay.
Oh,
So this is currently what I'm looking at in my biggest buy-in here. Boy, everybody's really down on Nashville. Everybody really hates it now. Boy, oh boy.
Oh my God.
I mean, you could just freaking just play Edmonton and be like geniuses. When does Edmonton start? 10:30? Oh, 9 o'clock. Just play Edmonton and just say, let's go. That'll be the end of that. Everybody else can root for everybody else.
I'm sure everybody gets so sick of it. Oh, really?
But I don't think we're going to do that. So what we're going to do
That's a fun thing.
is let's see what these look like. Let's see what the Carolina. We're going to see what the Carolina one looks like, and then we are going to see what the Vegas looks like.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm curious what they'll say about Maryland.
Okay. So who do we say first? Let's start with Carolina. Just nice and easy. Okay, we're going to build a nice little Carolina lineup. We'll start with Sebastian Aho. Right over there, nice and easy. Then we're going to go with Svechnikov, right? And then we'll build the power play. So we're going to go with Teravanian.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's like a weird.
So we're going to basically build a Carolina power play stack. So we have Aho, Svechnikov,
So cute. I think it's so nice that they have
Teravanian,
It's just so smart.
and we like Brady, right? Brady.
That's nuts.
Okay.
21. How many people
So-
do on Saturday?
We have 4 from Carolina here from the power play. And I'm pretty sure if we do this, that we could just go ahead and play chalk. But maybe we don't feel like it. If there was anybody much better in Carolina, I'd just make it a 5-man. But let's just not do that. Who's our goalie? Anybody want to give me a goalie?
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see
Give me a goalie. Well, Vasilevsky's 8,500. Anderson 8,300. Stuart Skinner 8,200. Saros is always like the nuts, right? Saros always has the ceiling. Well, let's not put Saros in because just in case I want to play some of these Vancouvers. You know, I'll tell you, as a matter of fact, maybe you're right. Who just said this about Carolina? Oh, my Godfather? You couldn't from any of the 3 lines. But that's why I wanted to stick with the power play. And if we did that, this feels just wrong. I don't know. Then can we chalk with Nashville for the rest or no? Yeah, probably not, right? I mean, you could certainly go ahead on. You could certainly game stack this Vancouver game. Yeah, this Carolina's not going to work. You certainly game stacked to Vancouver. But let's just go with my freaking heroes here. We'll go with Miller. Where's the cheapo? Okay, so these are the heroes, right? These are always the guys that we play. And then Quinn Hughes, right? Quinn Hughes at defense. Now we're getting somewhere, right? Now we're getting somewhere. So now it's a question of whether we stick in the same game or just fill in the rest of it. I just need a goalie to kind of hold my spot here. Now it can't be Saros, right? So let's put in Skinner's fair enough, right? Okay. Philadelphia. Let's put in Skinner just for the hell of it. Somebody to hold. So at 45.50 per man. Yeah, we got him. Don't worry, I got you. If we could play all 5 of these Vancouvers, then we could do whatever we want, right? We have Millerink who's in the power play. So what you could do is I could keep the game stack going, and we could do that cheapo one-off, the Granlund. And then we have 49.50. I mean, is there anybody that really stands out that we haven't really played? I mean, not really. So, I mean, we could play another one of another one of these guys, one defenseman, and then we root for one game. I mean, this. I've made worse lineups than this. I've definitely made worse lineups than this. And defenseman, I could play a lot of guys at defense. Actually, it's hard for me to find a defenseman to fill this out. I'd find something. Oh, I know who I'd play. I know exactly who I'd play. Well, who correlates well with goalies? Oh, one of these. Oh, so we could start with that. Okay, just for openness. Okay. Right. That's one thing that works. Let's build one more, and then I'm gonna have to get out of here. So now we're going to look at. That was Vancouver as the main one, right? Carolina didn't work. Vegas. All right. Let's see what a Vegas one would look like. So a Vegas lineup would look like, well, Kessel is cheap, but he's not really even on the first line. I got it. Let's see what it looks like. Kessel. I don't want to play Kessel. So let's just start with the regular guys. So we'll go Eichel, Marchessault, right, and then we can always play Theodore, right? Yeah, I don't know about the Vancouver. I don't know about the Vegas. Just don't know about the Vegas. It would be Eichel, Marchessault. We'd have to play probably Theodore. Kessel is a good one-off. What about the Devils? I mean, that's it's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see what that would look like. Oh, I know what I want to look at. I wanted to see just for fun what Toronto would look like. Like Matthews. Who needs that? Well, maybe I need it. Let's see. Matthews, Riley, and I presume Tavares, right? And then Nylander, right? I mean, this is a little expensive. Well, I don't know. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I do have to go because I really have to deal with this. But my main one's going to be probably either stacking that Nashville game completely, or figuring out some way to play these other teams like Carolina or whatever. Or maybe I'll just go back to Edmonton. Hey, with any luck, by the way, it's only 9:00 the last game. So I'll tell you this: if I feel like it, I mean, if it's like 11 o'clock and I'm awake, maybe I'll go live and sweat the end of this thing. That could be actually couldn't be 11. It'd have to be like 10. I'd have to give like at least. Do you have to do two periods? Well, the Edmonton game's always in play, so we always probably have to sweat that. Well, maybe we'll do something there. And then when we come back, maybe we can talk about the League of Legends. All right. Big money out there. Hope somebody takes it down.